Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. We did hit 25,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and who has become a part of this budget fam here. This video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. If you're new around here, my videos are typically cash stuffing twice a week. I talk a bit about cash stuffing, and then I would like to start introducing these premieres likely on Thursday nights. Let me know how you guys like this style video. Basically, I am pre-recording this, but it is highly uncut. It's mostly just chatting and catching up, answering some questions from the week. And I don't know, more of a sit down style. And I am in the comments chatting with you guys live if you happen to catch this live. Let me know if you like this style video, but I definitely wanted to do this today because I wanted to thank you guys that we hit 25,000 subscribers. I appreciate you if you have joined this little budget fam here. It has been such a fun year. I have been on YouTube a little bit more than a year, and I've been on Etsy for almost a year. So shocking to me that we've hit 25,000 subscribers in 1 year. And I think in this video, we might chat a bit about why I think I gained subscribers quickly, or like how I think you could help yourself on your own channels. There's no secrets, let me just be clear, but I am going to give you some things that I think have helped. And I've mentioned this briefly in the past, but it's definitely my most asked question. I thought about making a PowerPoint for this video. If you like the idea of a PowerPoint where we sort of hit some topics like in these premieres, if we do continue to do these once a week, let me know if you would like that, or if you just like my ADHD brain going wherever it goes, we can do that too. But I have sort of a rough draft of things I would like to talk about in this video, but sometimes I don't know. I don't know what will happen and if we will get there. I do know I want to start out by saying, again, thank you to the subscribers, but because of hitting the 25,000 subscriber mark, I did add a new freebie. Guys, I don't know if the website is live yet, so here's where we're at. I have jordanbudgets.com. You can go check it out, see if it is live. What has happened is I've created the website, but my website is created on Squarespace, and then GoDaddy is still hosting the website name. So basically, I'm just trying to get those two to sync, and it can take up to 72 hours. So it's already been a little while. I'm hoping by the time this goes live, you guys can go to jordanbudgets.com and it's live. But if it's not, check back tomorrow because maybe it will be live then. This is my current website. Like if you go to Jordan Budgets right now, let's see if it's updated yet. I don't think it has. By the way, I have a mic right in front of me, so if it looks like I'm kind of being weird trying to get around stuff, it's because I'm working around the mic. I've got to find a better setup. Oh, and clearly I'm in a different room. Okay, so yeah, the new website has not launched yet, so I'm just showing you guys on the back end really quick. But yes, I am in my bedroom. So the office is now 100% a shipping, packing, creating station for Etsy. It is amazing. I do have a sponsorship coming up, my very first sponsorship. So there's sort of a surprise that I don't want to share just yet. So I didn't want to move filming setup into the office. We might keep it in here though. I don't know. I do have, that's my bed. I'm going to put some things on the wall to make it a little bit cuter. And this area that you can't see because you're hooked up to the computer right now, this is all my computers. I have two screens here, and then I have a desk working station here. And then right over there is an empty wall where I have a desk cleared off to where I can film my cash stuffing videos there. So this room is working for me very, very well. I might film some things in the office, but I don't know. From now on, I may also just be filming here. Haven't worked that out yet. Anyway, okay, back to the websites. So it's not up yet. This is the old website. On the old website, you can see it's just a little welcome, and then where you can sign up for the newsletter, and then it is connected to my Instagram, which I also need to work on. But the new website, which will launch literally any minute now, is also very simple. It just has this little picture of me, and it says, "Hi, I'm Jordan." And then it has the freebies all listed right here on this main page. It's just a one-pager, if you will. So the freebies, you can easily see what the freebies are now. I do have the 1 month ahead, $50 challenge. Oh, you guys can't see everything because my face is in the way. Okay. And then the $2 challenge is here. You just hit download and it will bring you to a different page. That's important because if your computer is blocking pop-ups, don't let it. You need to allow pop-ups because that's where the freebies will pop up in a different page. So I also have the DIY cash envelope. All of these were already on the old website. They were just hard to find. So I don't know if you've seen them yet. They also didn't have the pictures on them. I do have this divider set, which people ask me about a lot. You can just cut these yourself. You can laminate them if you want them to be sturdier and write your categories on them. And these will fit in your cash envelopes that I sell or that many places sell. So my intention was to put these for sale on my shop. It just took a little bit too much manpower to cut them and create them for right now. Maybe I will send them to the printers and have them professionally created at some time and be able to put up different dividers that can go inside the cash envelopes. But for now, it's just a freebie on the website. It's in the color block pattern. The gas freebie, which you guys ask me about a lot whenever you can't find it on the website, is right there. And then the newest freebie is our $1,000 freebie, and it has the fall print. So this month, if you order something from my shop and you get it sent to you like a physical item, it is coming in the mermaid print. But because the sticker kit this month is this fall print, I wanted to go ahead and put it up as a freebie on the website. So this will never be a freebie that I'm shipping to you, but you can print it and have it cut yourself. Sorry, my hands are doing a lot. I guess they always do. There will be a store on the website whenever it launches and goes up. I do want to mention though that for right now, only physical items are being sold here. So if you want any of the printables I sell, you have to still go over to Etsy for that. The only reason I'm doing that is because I wanted to start slow. I'm hoping that you guys will shop the website because then I won't have all the Etsy fees, but I did not know how easy it's going to be to ship and to find printables for people and things if they get, if the printables, if you download them and you can't find them. So just to start a little bit slower, I do have all of my physical listings on this shop. I am so excited to have it on the website. The only other thing I will mention is it looks like it's not too clear how much things are on some of these where the prices change. So the budget binder set with custom labels, for example, you get to pick your color, which the color is not going to change the price. But if you pick 6 of the envelopes, labels, and trackers, then it is $35. But watch, if I pick the 12, it doesn't say anything down at the bottom, but it does change the price up here to $40. So I think that could get a little confusing for people, but I'm going to work on the prices. I think to fix that, I think I will just put how many labels, I think I'll list the price here, whereas Etsy, you were able just to list how much, and then Etsy very clearly changes the prices for people. Does this make sense? A lot of times I talk, guys, and I'm like, I don't know how long I've been on this rabbit hole or if it's even making sense. I do love Squarespace though, because you can very, very easily integrate what's already on your Etsy shop and into your storefront, which is why I said, again, why did it take me so long to get this website done? But it also connects to your reviews. So how amazing is that? My shop on my website is brand new, but I already have 994 store reviews, which is amazing. If you were leaving reviews on my Etsy shop, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not only are you purchasing, but you're taking the time to leave 5-star reviews, and it makes a huge difference on how Etsy prioritizes my listings. So thank you for that. You guys are amazing. So I wanted to start out just by sharing the website, because that is something I've been talking about for a very long time, that I've had a very hard time just focusing my energy. It's one of those tasks that is not the most fun, but here it is. It's starting out as a simple one-pager, but it's so much easier to see and be able to find things. If you have not yet signed up for a newsletter, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and sign up for the newsletter as well. I do have about 2,000 of you guys on the newsletter currently, and I have not been sending out those emails, but now that the website is done, with Squarespace, I can very easily go on the back end and create those newsletters. It's all in one place, which is going to make this so much easier for me and make all the difference in the world. So I do plan on doing a newsletter at least once a month, but no more than twice a month. So don't feel like I'm ever going to flood you with emails. once a month is probably all that's ever going to happen. Do that though if you're interested in like keeping up to date on the freebies or any updates that might happen in the shop or with the paper planner line or any of those things. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. So with all of that, we have hit 25. Why am I lost right now? With all of that being said, thanks again for helping us and this community grow to 25,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for that. My next big goal is 50,000 subscribers. You guys know I'm trying to be on the track to 100,000 though. So if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't told your friends about the channel and you genuinely enjoy it, please go ahead and share the channel. I hope to hit 50,000 subscribers. It's like my next big goal that I would love to hit within this next 6 to 8 months. And when that happens, I will be launching something that is going to be new and fun, not the paper planner line. That's going to happen anyway. But at the 50,000 mark, I want to announce and launch something that I think a lot of you who are interested in the business side of things are really, really going to enjoy and be excited about. So keep an eye out for that and look forward to that because that's going to be a fun one. Notes. I'm looking at my notes. So my content plans, I did want to hit on, I feel like this is a big milestone, so like we can go ahead and chat about YouTube and what my next goals are. My next goals are really to create a consistent schedule. I think Mondays and Fridays, we will keep those cash stuffings. Tuesday, I would like to have those cash budgeting related, but like changing topics. So like we might talk about different savings challenges and how you might use them, or talk about how to use your bank and use different things all together, because I know that tricks up some people, or like even bills. There will be specific cash budgeting conversations that will be held on Tuesday. Wednesday, for right now, we're going to take that off. Thursdays will be premieres like this. If you guys enjoy them, please, if you want to see them, if you have strong opinions one way or another, please let me know. I actually think we will come and create a poll. You guys want to do that with me really quick? Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this. So ask your community, how interested are you guys in premieres? Y'all know I can't spell premieres. In premieres. Did I get that right? If you enjoy chatty sit down videos, please. If not, let me know that too. Boom. Heart emoji. Okay. Knocked. If you guys have like on your computer, does it just give you emojis when you want them? I don't know. I have to go and like copy emojis if I'm working on my computer. I don't have an easy way to get emojis onto YouTube. So sometimes I'll do like the little fake heart emoji. Like it's not as cute. Yes, do them weekly or no. Okay, so I'm not giving you a straight no answer. You're going to have to agree to every once in a while. Okay, so earlier today, I posted, how interested are you guys in premieres? If you enjoy chatty sit-down videos, please let me know. If not, let me know that too. These videos will be highly unedited, and I will chat with you guys in the comments, very much like a live. I'm thinking about doing them once a week. Yes, do them weekly, or no, but maybe every once in a while is okay. So if you guys have not yet seen this and answered this poll, where did it go? I'm not on the right page. Okay, what? Let's go to my channel. Let's go to my community. Okay, it posted. Okay, so I just posted this and it is almost 1 p.m. in the day. So if you haven't seen this yet and you're watching the premiere, go over here and comment or like just vote. Pick yes, do them weekly, or no, but every once in a while is okay. So I will be doing these at least every once in a while. So like that's gonna have to be okay. But if you would like to see them weekly, like a 1 hour live-ish on Thursday nights, let me know that, because I think that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to do vlogs on Thursday, but at this moment, it's just not going to happen. if we wear out premieres, if that's what we end up doing, we will bring lives back at some time in the future. It's just realistically not something I can do now. So I think premieres are a good compromise, like a sit down and chat. And then on Fridays, we'll have cash stuffing. So the only days that we're missing with that schedule, we won't have a video on Wednesday and we won't have videos Saturday and Sunday. I am thinking also, though, about doing grocery hauls and maybe even sharing a couple of affordable meals that my family enjoys on Wednesdays. I'm not going to start that this week or even these next couple of weeks, but if that interests you, please go ahead and let me know that too. I feel like when it's not cash budgeting, I get a lot less views on it, which is perfectly fine, but I don't want to overcrowd the channel with a lot of things off topic if people are considering that off topic. So anyway, that is sort of where we're moving forward with the channel and what is to come, at least in the near future. What else was I going to talk about? Okay, as far as off of the channel, so we've been on YouTube for a year. We hit the 25,000 subscriber mark. So I feel like we're kind of at a point where it's not really shifting, but it's like, how do I feel about things, right? I'm still very much enjoying YouTube and Etsy. I think both of them are a lot of fun. I think that as it turns in, it's like feeling like it's turning into real work at points though, but that is only because I'm spread so thin. I really need to take the pay cut and hire more help, which is what I'm doing with Caitlin and really what I'm doing with the tutor. So I have a tutor coming for the boys. And that's not a business thing. That is just taking some things off my plate because she's coming to help with some of their homeschooling. So I feel like I'm shifting in the right direction. I do feel like the 1 year mark feels, phone. I do feel like the 1 year mark is a little bit of a milestone in how I'm feeling about things. Not that I'm feeling negatively in any way, but it's like some things have started to shift because realistically, let's talk the reality. Doing YouTube is so much fun. Doing Etsy is so much fun, and it still is. But the first year, I could literally work 80 hours a week, and I was just like, this is exciting. This is fun. This is what I want to be doing with all of my time. And that's what I did. It was great. I am at the point though to where I've got Caitlin doing some of the packaging of orders because not that it's not, I don't want you guys to think that I'm complaining, but I also feel like I'm saying it so much that you might think that I'm not telling the truth, but I really do enjoy packaging orders. I will turn something on the TV. It's kind of like what I do if I am having downtime, if you will. So like to me, packing orders is not, what's the word I'm looking? I almost said nostalgic, but it's not nostalgic. Packing orders is like, I don't know, it feels comforting. It feels like an easy task, and then I feel accomplished at the end of it. It is truly one of the things that I enjoy the most next to YouTube is just mindlessly packaging orders and creating things and reading you guys' notes, which I do read y'all's notes even when I'm not the one packing them. But having Caitlin come in and do that will free me up to do some other things because I don't feel like I'm hitting a burnout stage just yet, but I feel like I'm hitting a point where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to get back to the rest of my life in some times and in some ways and create some boundaries. If you have your own business, you know it is easy to just let it consume all of your time and your energy, and that's really what I've done, and I've loved it. But also, I would love to go camping with the boys, and I would love to get my oldest son hiking with me. I don't think my youngest son would want to, but I used to love hiking, and I think my oldest, who is almost 8 now, I think he would love hiking. So those things take time, and those are things that I also enjoy. So just creating balance and making sure that I don't burn out on any of this, and making sure that I don't like stop finding the fun in it. I think that's important. So that is something that I am shifting towards, is like getting help and making myself step away from, like, it's not business and YouTube 24/7, right? So I want to move on to a couple of things. Do I even need my screens up? I don't know. I want to refresh really quick though and see if anyone has voted yet. I just posted it, so maybe not. Okay, so I do have some feedback. Only 7 votes so far, but yes, do them weekly. It looks like some of you guys are interested and some of you guys aren't. We will see we will see how things shift through the day and see what you guys think. So I do just want to, while I'm already here, let's go ahead and answer 2 of the questions that I get all of the time. And one of them has to do with YouTube and one of them has to do with Etsy. Okay, so my number 1 YouTube question that I get from you guys, why are we just looking? I don't even know what's going to be on this feed. So like maybe let's not just sit on the homepage. Okay, why? Okay, let's go back to my channel. The number one question that I get from you guys about YouTube is, how do I think I have been successful? Like, what's made me successful on YouTube? And this is such a hard question, but it's easily my most asked question. So I feel like it's due some kind of an answer or whatever I can muster, right? I think that when I was watching YouTube 10 years ago, I think the popular channels were really put together and they were really, the girls like were fully done, like their hair was done. People were really showing off the best of life, almost like Instagram is now. Instagram to me is like all the pretty pictures, all the highlights. I feel like YouTube has shifted. I feel like in every little niche on YouTube, people are really enjoying the people that are really authentic. We're really weird. We're just true to ourselves and our quirks. And I think that I can't even talk, but I think me showing my authentic self and just showing up and just being like, ta-da, this is what you get. I think that people really find that relatable. I want to say that shift happened, in my own opinion, during the pandemic. We were all, I think, at some of our lowest points, and then the pandemic happened, so it felt relatable to find real people, and I don't think that YouTube right now is any different. So I want to say that if you are wanting to be on YouTube, or you've thought about it and you're like, but how do I be successful with it? Just be you. Like, we're all weird in our own way. I think that me having a lack of pride has really helped my channel, because I just share anything. I share everything. I am who I am, and I'm not trying to hide it. I don't come on and I'm not like, okay, today we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk. I'm just like, okay, I can't even talk, but here is what's gonna happen, I think, So I think being your authentic self is really going to help you. I also want to say, which is not going to be a favorite answer of some people, but I feel like there is a bit of luck coming in at the right moment or catching a wave somehow. But a part of that luck, you can also say, if you're being consistent with it, then you are more likely to get caught up in some of that luck. I do think that YouTube prioritizes channels that are consistent. So that is my number 1 tip to anybody and everybody. Just be consistent. I would not say put out as many videos as you can get out. I would say, though, get out as many videos as you can get out that are your best videos. So what I mean by that is, I don't think it's going to help your channel if you're just like, oh, let's be consistent, let's get out 3 videos a week, and then you just start putting out anything that you can. Like, if you get busy that week and you're like, okay, I'm just going to put anything up because I didn't have time to create something with content. I'm not going to say I've got the best content, guys. I mean, my content is pretty repetitive, but I always do my best with my content. So like, if I'm throwing a video, I don't know, I try not to throw a video up. I will say every once in a while I do throw up not a cash stuffing. I'll throw up a grocery haul, but it's because I know you guys like those. Those videos feel too easy to me though. Like, just a grocery haul. But I, for the most part, put some kind of planning, put some kind of thought into my videos, and I do my best with it. And if I'm not putting up my best, then I don't put it up. So you want to be as consistent and have as many videos as you can up, but ones that you're putting time into. Now, I guess you could say, though, that like shorts are a way to get around that, because like you can have a short and it just be like a quick something to throw up, but I don't do any shorts. I don't know anything about shorts. I feel like if I were to do shorts, I would do them on Instagram video. What's that called? I would do it somewhere else. I wouldn't do it on YouTube. I know people do say that shorts will help your channel because YouTube wants to push them. I have not found that to be true, because I do watch some shorts on YouTube, but for the most part, if I'm looking for a short, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And so I don't know if YouTube's realized that yet, but they should. Like in my opinion, it is best to be consistent, but do your best with those videos. If you don't have the time to do it, then just don't do it, you know? What else did I want to say? I think that's it as far as YouTube goes. I want you to know, though, that we are all starting from different places. So before starting my YouTube channel, I have tried to start a grant, like what would you call it? Like an independent consultant, like grant writer business. I have tried to start other businesses before. So I feel like I was starting with a leg up. And you guys should know that I never really did well with those couple of business ideas, and then I started this YouTube channel. So I'm not saying to like give up on your dream and move on to something else, but I want you to know that I did have a little bit of history in like editing and website creation. So you can't really compare yourself to somebody else. You may have a strength though that I don't have, and you might be better at talking than me. You might actually be able to count money. So you can't compare yourself to somebody else, but I will say be consistent, do your best, and you just have to start. I do have some things here. This is a little like flashback. We can hold on before we talk about it. Let me see if I can make myself a little bit bigger, because we don't really need the screen. Okay, I think we did it. So I did find some things recently because I was cleaning up the office and unpacking some boxes from the apartment recently. And so I thought this was really fun to talk about like where I started, because speaking of like you might be starting from somewhere better than me, I have notes here of whenever I went to USPS and I was like, what is a package? What is a flat? And what is a letter? Literally those three things. Like USPS, I'm saying that right? USPS, I had no background knowledge. Whereas you might be somebody who has already had a business. You already know how to do that. You might know how to do an Amazon storefront. So before I start the next tangent, let me back up and say, I might be starting on some grounds and some background that you don't have, which might help me grow in some ways, but you might have some knowledge that's going to help you in other ways. So don't compare some things that are your weakness to me. And also like thumbnails are not my strength. I need to work on them, but we are all on our own journey. We are all doing our own thing, but just know that some people are starting with some business background, or they might be starting with some editing or something. Like some people are starting on a different foot than us, and that's okay. We're all on our own journey, but like I don't want anybody to get discouraged because my channel has grown quickly, and I feel like that happens sometimes. Anyway, okay. I want to share though, I did pull out some stuff from my Etsy, like talking about starting, y'all. We weren't even talking about starting Etsy, but here I am. So shifting a little bit away, that's really my tips for like starting a YouTube channel. Starting Etsy though, I will say there's some things like USPS, like there are some things that can feel very overwhelming, but I want to let you guys know where I started from almost a year ago. Did not know anything about USPS, letters, flats, or packages. Those are your three categories, but I didn't even know that. I was like, what? I literally went to USPS and I was like, what are packages and how do I ship them? Like, how do I determine the size of things? How do I determine the weight? Like, I knew nothing. I'm still using a kitchen scale that I have. Probably need to upgrade that one, but literally had no information. I didn't know about flats. I didn't know about letters. I was mailing everything in my Etsy shop as a package when I first started. I don't do that now. I've learned my lesson, but if you don't know any of that information, don't feel bad. I started off not knowing either, and I just had to go to USPS, go to your local USPS. I asked them about prices, and like I was clearly in over my head, and I wrote down notes that she told me at the front desk. Like she gave me this little post-it note. She gave me like this is my information that I hand wrote, and then she gave me some different information about flats, about envelopes, about packages, and that's just some like you have to just start not knowing any of these things. And to me, I felt like, oh well, before I can start a shop, I have to know all of the things, but I didn't know all of the things. I just started, I just went for it, and worked out. I learned along the way, which I truthfully feel like with everything in life, we learn along the way. Like, we get there because we did it. We don't get there because we figured it all out and then we did it. Like, you just jump in. So I did want to show you guys though, this is just from one of the sets that I first launched. It's still in my shop, but I found these while I was cleaning, and this is, oh man, this is actually something I did not end up launching, but my very first idea, I was watching somebody else on YouTube, and something about, I think they were doing a $1 challenge. They didn't have any placeholders. This was not like a big thing a year ago, but they were doing, you know, an A6 envelope, and they were just collecting ones. And I was like, how cute would it be? This looks terrible. This idea didn't even launch, but I was like, what if I created something that had like lines in the background, and it was a whole design where you can color it in. This was the first one that I drew out, because the $1 idea gave me the idea like, oh, you could do a 5, 10, 15, not 15, 5, 10, 20, 50. You can do all of the denominations. So I drew this out and I was like, no, that looks terrible. And then I drew this one out and I was like, okay, that looks great. Like, I wanted to do a $5 challenge that had these lines. Well, I started creating it. I wish I had the computer version of these, and I just did not like it. None of it turned out right. What I ended up doing though is I bought the rights to this style graphic, and this is one of the freebies, but this graphic is on the back of all of my $1, $5, $2, a freebie one, $10. I bought the rights to this graphic. I put it in the background so you can color in flowers along the way. This is one of the very first products on my shop. It took me way too long to figure out that first idea, but this wasn't something that people were doing. If they were doing, they weren't doing a lot of it. It was sort of something new. So I will say, starting out starting out Etsy, try to think of something sort of original. You don't have to be reinventing the wheel. People were already doing savings challenges. I don't think A6 size was popular. If it was a thing, it wasn't popular. I wasn't seeing it anywhere. And so, like, try to do something a little bit original if you're going to launch an Etsy shop. That is sort of my advice. I don't know if we started this video out like, here's my advice for things, but that's where we've ended up. Maybe I do need to create some kind of a like PowerPoint or something that we can go along with. But I created, this was my very first printable. I had 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. So it was like 4 different printables. And then my first, did I have trackers? I think I had trackers. So I had the trackers and the labels, but I was doing them completely different than I'm doing them now. I was doing them a much more difficult way. But again, it was sort of a newish idea to do that and put those together. And it was definitely, people weren't custom labeling that size. So I think that was kind of a new idea. And then definitely not a new idea was I started out with these, like the envelope itself. So I was creating these custom, and I loved doing these. My first 3 prints were actually, these were my very first 3 prints that I launched. So if you go to my website now, holy moly, somebody's calling. Okay. If you go to my website now, I think I'm up to 12 different designs. And actually this weekend, we're launching 3 more designs, which is going to be exciting. But these are my first 3 designs: the HP print, the what I call rainbow print, and then the flower print. This print, for whatever reason, not that one. This print makes me feel so nostalgic from like a year ago. These 2 prints launched at the same time. I don't know why they don't make me feel the same way, but I think I was excited about all of these, but then when these were printed from the print shop, the trackers were printed, I was like, oh, I've made it. This is amazing. I was so excited about my products. And I think that's important too. You need to be actually excited about what you're selling. So have an idea, grow something sort of new, or put a twist on something that other people are doing, and start running with it. Okay, just go with it and see what happens with it. Now, I moved away from doing these. This isn't really advice for starting out on Etsy, but I do think that as Etsy grows, it's nice to move away from things you're completely customizing. So these, I was making custom envelopes for people's orders, and I still do have some custom labels, and those take some time, but I think it's important to start with customized and handmade things at first, but I think the more your shop grows, it's nice to move into some things that you can bulk create or even send off to the print shop like I do now, and just have some custom stuff that's a little less time consuming. Like these would take me forever. This was like, I mean, not forever. I don't know. I had a good system, but I was getting a lot of those orders, and it was just, I was like, okay. This isn't something that is going to be sustainable long term, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with the demand for those and grow other things. So very random, weird tangent, but we went off on Etsy there for a minute. Let me see who called me, because was that important? I don't know. Oh, I think I know who that is. Okay, I will get back with them very soon. Let's wrap up with just one more idea, and let's talk about budgeting, a budgeting question that I get all of the time. So I very often get the question with, how do I keep up with my bank account money and cash? Because it's no secret that we live in a world that is I'm not even doing anything on topic. I just wanted to see how this was turning out over here on, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I was checking this out. So it looks like it might be like a half and half thing. I don't know. We may not end up doing it. We'll see. We will see how that turns out. If you haven't gone, I mean, I don't want you guys to leave the live, but like open a different page and vote. Like, let me know. So by the end of the night, I'll just kind of take the numbers, and majority wins. We'll try it out. So the other thing is keeping cash accountable with your bank accounts, and like, how do I make everything work together? Because it's not a secret that like we live in a world that is very card convenient. Cash is not as convenient as the card, but I think that's why the cash budgeting system works, because it's not as convenient. It's not as easily to get swept into like different things. Okay, so I have one credit card, one savings account, and one checking account. So I just have the one credit card is for emergencies. I do not use that card. The only way I will use that card is, say, for the boys' birthday parties, for example, because I just did this. I had the cash pulled, but I haven't put it in my bank account yet, but I know how much money I have for the boys' birthday parties. So I put the birthday parties on the credit card. Well, as soon as that money gets put into the bank, I'm going to pay off the credit card. So it's not sitting there on the credit card. So I never use the credit card as like we're going to pay this back. Like I never use it like, oh, I can go get clothes and we'll figure it out because I know we have cash at home. I don't do that. It's for emergencies or like already pre-planned stuff. Okay. Like if I were going to get the boys medicine and it was $300 and I only have $40, I would use it for that. That's to me an emergency, and I would have to figure that out. But if it's a shopping trip, if it's an adventure, if it's anything that is very like not medicine emergency, or I know I can pay it back tomorrow with money already allotted to it, I don't touch the credit card. Okay. Savings account, I only put money in there that is being held accountable in my cash binders. So you guys have seen my cash binders. I will have placeholder or fake money in there, and that money is that is representing money that's in the savings account. So for the boy's birthday, for example, I think I had like $500 in placeholder money or fake money, and that money was sitting in the savings account. And then I had like $300 that was actual cash. Whew, my brain. I was like, what am I even talking about? So combined, I have plenty to pay off that credit card. I just need to pull from the savings account. I need to put my cash in the bank, pay off the credit card, for example. You see how I'm using all these things like together? In my actual checking account, I typically have a buffer, but it's only about $100 because again, my credit card is more my buffer. If I need to purchase something that's out of the norm and like something crazy happen, I will use the credit card and pay it back immediately. The checking buffer is kept low on purpose because if I have a buffer over like $80 to $100, I'll spend it. I'll be like, we can go get milkshakes right now. Like we have money in the bank that doesn't have a purpose, you know? But I typically do keep a little bit in there just in case anything comes out automatically. I will say though, my bank, if I overdraft, if something comes out automatically, my bank will put me in the negative, but they don't charge me anything for that. So like that's at least how it works for me. Did I have another thing to answer for credit card? I did make a couple quick notes on my phone, but I think I kind of answered. Oh, another thing I do get on that same train of thought is people ask me about bills. I pay all of my bills for the month on the 1st through the 5th. Sometimes like I'll get busy and bills that are due on the 1st will get paid by the 1st, typically like even a couple days before, but all of my bills do get taken out at the same time. So I do have a couple of bills that say they're due on like the 15th or they're due on the 10th, but I already know how much it's going to be by the 1st. They've already notified me of that. So I go ahead and pay it so I don't have to track any bills throughout the month. I will pull all of the cash from my bills binder, put it in my checking account, and then that day, before I have a chance to say, oh, I've got extra money floating around, I will go ahead and pay all those bills and like do all of the things online. So I do pay my bills online. I get the question a lot, like, do you pay in check? Do you pay in cash? Like, what's going on here? So no, I pay all of my bills online. I just keep that money accumulating in my house, in my money binders, and it's tucked away in my safe in my house so that I'm never tempted to spend that money. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my main thing with cash budgeting is more keeping myself accountable and keeping myself motivated, because if I don't set all these boundaries for my accounts and I don't set all these rules for myself, then things get a little bit haywire. So that has been really working for me. Every once in a while though, I kind of forget I forget categories and I don't have all of my money in order. You guys have seen my cash stuffing videos. Like, they can be a little bit chaos at times. I will unstuff money. I recently forgot about my car insurance being a thing, so I just had to pay $250 on car insurance. So that was a big flop on my end, but this is all a learning experience. This is part of it. Getting things in order is just kind of the name of the game. That won't happen again. It is now a category in my cash budget. Something else I need to put in my cash budget though is a car tag. August, y'all, has hit me hard. So the boys' birthdays I think are going to be a little bit more expensive than I thought they were going to be. We'll see. So that's happening at the end of this month. I forgot about car insurance, which is the $250. I forgot about my car tag, which I need to make a category for, but it's only $35 a month, so it didn't feel like it needed its own category. But when you count all the other things, like, it adds up. The other thing is, I thought Boy Scouts, I just put my boys in Boy Scouts. I thought Boy Scouts was like, you do fundraisers throughout the year to pay for things, but it looks like there's like a $70 fee right off the bat for both boys, so $140 total just in sign-up fees. There is manual fees, $20 each, which I think that's not like mandatory. It is mandatory though that they get uniforms, which is a separate fee. This is more expensive than a sport. I had no idea, but my boys are so excited about that one. So we're definitely doing Boy Scouts, but I feel like by the end of this, it's going to cost me about $200 to $300. I don't know how much uniforms are, but Boy Scouts apparently needs its own category because that's going to be expensive. And then I did just pay for sports for my oldest, but I did plan on that one. So anyway, I think moving forward though, I might just make an August cash stuffing category, because apparently that's when my tags due, that's when my insurance is due, that's when Boy Scout startup fees are due. Like all the things are happening right now and they feel a little bit stressful, but we're getting it together. I don't know what the ending rant of all of that was. I'm excited though to have it together for next year, and I think I will just make like an August category because that is what's going to make the most sense. It probably needs to be like, what would that be? Like if Boy Scouts, if new uniforms, because they're going to grow out of uniforms every single year. And then, so Boy Scouts is maybe $300, and then car insurance, $550, $600 if you count the tag, and then maybe like rollover or buffer money for birthday celebrations. I probably need $1,000 every August, and I just need to plan for that. Okay, so ending this, this was a little bit off topic, Oh, I did want to check that poll again. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys have been doing amazing. Normally I asked you way before now. Where am I? Okay. I hope you guys are doing amazing though. The weather has been phenomenal here. It feels like pre-hurricane weather. So I keep checking the weather, like, is a storm coming? And if you don't know what pre-hurricane weather feels like a couple of, it's not an official term, by the way. That's why you don't know. Like, if that sounds unfamiliar, it's because I just made it up. But right before a hurricane, like a day or two before, it gets really, really windy. It's really sunny, but it's not as humid as normal. If you're in the South, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it pre-hurricane weather, like those 2 days before a hurricane comes, it is amazing weather. So I have been living outside. I hope that you guys have had nice weather. I have been. I feel like I just want to go make a peach cobbler and get ice cream and just go sit outside, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm about to take my kids to therapies, and then I'm going to hang out with them for a bit before this launches live. So it looks like we're at 65% yes, do them weekly, 35% no, maybe every once in a while. So we'll see how that works out. If you haven't yet voted, go ahead and vote. Keep in mind though, if I'm not doing the premieres, then I'm not doing anything on Thursdays, or at least I'm not committing to anything on Thursdays, because these are a bit easy. These are, I don't want to say more laid back because all of my videos are laid back, but I can easily just chat with you guys and hang out. Whereas vlogs, which is what I would like to eventually do on Thursdays, vlogs are just not going to happen at this point. They're just not, I just can't squeeze it in because I'm trying to make more time for the paper planner line and some of the other exciting things that are happening. So let's check one more time before we go, see if this is live. I hope it has launched. No, still not launched, but maybe by the time this premiere is live, it has launched and you guys can access the new website and the new freebies. I hope that this was fun for you guys. It was definitely fun for me. If you have any questions or things to chat about for the next premiere, assuming they're happening, if the majority wants it, we will do it. So if we end up doing premieres, feel free to leave in the comments down below any kind of topics or conversations you would like to have for next time. I think I'll do a PowerPoint and try to keep myself a little bit on track. I just like creating PowerPoints. I think I'm just looking for an excuse to create a PowerPoint or something. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you again tomorrow for a cash stuffing. Very exciting. All right, bye-bye.